Hello, my Yarnie friends. Woo, what a morning I've had. My hair is all kind of all over the place. Usually about 10 o'clock, because I start my live video at 10:30 Central Time, I take the dogs out back. We walk around. They go potty. Well, I wanted a fresh cup of coffee. We have the yards all fenced in here. And so I put the dogs out. I went and got a fresh cup of coffee. I put my creamer in. I hear Rosie scratch to come in. I open the door and it's just Rosie. So I pop on my Crocs because I have these bright yellow Crocs I wear in the backyard because there's a lot of stickers back there. So I went around to the side. I didn't see him. I went to the other side. I didn't see him. I thought, this is really weird because the fence, it's all totally fenced in with a wooden fence. Okay, so then I thought, well, let me go around where the gate is. So I went around and I noticed the gate was open about this much. 6 inches maybe. And I look and I'm like, where did Max go? And although we live in a neighborhood, there is a busy street out there called Check Hall. And it's a pretty busy street. So I'm like walking everywhere looking for him. Then I run down the street this way. Because basically our neighborhood is a circle. You pull in and it's just a circle. And on the back side of the circle is a, I can't remember what it's called, cul-de-sac. And so I can't find Max anywhere, right? So I thought, well, I'll just walk down around. So I walked down around. I looked. I'm looking everywhere. And I'm getting panicked at this point, right? Because, this is a little 5-pound dog. He could be just anywhere and get hit by a car. They're not used to being outside by themselves. They're only with me sometimes in the front yard or in the backyard. I rarely let them go out all by themselves. So I'm walking back up to the house like this. Because I'm totally out of breath. I am not a runner, okay? So I look over to the gate and there's Max just sitting in the grass waiting for me. I was so mad at him and so happy to see him at the same time. So I pick him up and he always sticks his head up underneath my chin and I'm holding him and he's whimpering a little bit. He had a little sticker in his paw and so I got the sticker out. The very back portion of our yard has some stickers and this is a rental, so we have done some weed control, but it's not our home that we're moving to just yet. And so we've been mowing and taking care of the grass, but not working on, stickers and stuff. So I bring him in, I give them both a cookie because I always give them a little cookie a little dog cookie when they come in. And he's over there on the poof, sound asleep. I don't have my roaming camera up until we get to because I have like 4 different cameras and I don't have that one up just yet. So I can't really show you. I probably could turn this other one, but it'll mess up what we're doing over here. So, but anyway, he's sound asleep. And if you listen, you can hear him snoring. So there's my Tuesday morning saga, okay? The other thing is I hit my arm when I was coming in on the door and I spilled coffee. So I've got to clean up a carpeting that isn't even mine because I spilled coffee. I'm a clumsy person and I'm actually worse when I get in a hurry. When I'm in a hurry, I'm even more clumsy. So anyway, Max is okay. Rosie's okay. And I thought it was awfully quick that she came to the door. So I think she came to tell on him that he was outside. We do have a lot of kids in this neighborhood. They're a lot of fun to watch and play. And they're always out front on their skateboards and bouncing balls and stuff. So probably what happened is one of their balls went over the fence. And when they came out, they shut it, but they didn't lock the latch on it. So it's not their fault. They're a lot of fun kids. I enjoy watching them. They're outside playing football all the time and laughing. We had a great time on the 4th of July back in July because they were just laughing and so excited about all of the fireworks. So anyway, not their fault. Probably mine because I didn't check to make sure the gate was shut. So anyway, that's our Tuesday morning saga. And I need coffee, so let's clink in right now. Clinkety, clink, clink, and clink, clink, clink. I've been working really hard getting ready for our move. And those of you who followed me for a while know that we're getting ready to move. We moved down to Oklahoma. We're in a rental house. It's really nice. The people are really great. They've actually asked if they could show the home because they're trying to sell it now while we're still in it so they can see some of the furniture and how the layout works. And it's totally fine. I don't mind at all because they've been wonderful, wonderful landlords. Okay, and so we're going to be on the 30th of November. We will close on our new home. I did take some pictures and post some of the pre-pictures from our first walkthrough on my personal page. And so if you want to see those, you probably could go to my personal page and see those. My personal page isn't private. So anyway, I'm just super duper excited. You can see I've already started emptying some, I guess that's this way. Emptying some of the yarn. My granddaughters are coming over tomorrow, and I think we're going to do some more packing up. And so I had this great idea. I bought a whole bunch of trash bags. I got these from Aldi, so I don't know what brand they are, but they're super strong. But I use this size trash bags in my kitchen, so I thought, we'll pack up all the yarn in trash bags. My husband can take the cabinets over and set them up, and then we can just put the yarn back in them. But we are having movers come and move us, but some of the items, like my yarn room and all the equipment that goes along with it, my husband feels more comfortable if he moves it himself. And we'll probably do that with a couple of other items, like some of his, because his office is basically a music studio, where he, of course, he does all the music for all of my videos. The music you heard at the beginning of this one, he wrote and performed and edited and all that stuff. I know, my hair looks a little funny, doesn't it? That's what happens when you run. So, anywho, I thought I'd let you in on some of that info. Let's see if I've got any other updates I need to tell you about. I can't think of anything else. Now, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them, because I glance over there and Tammy's, oh, not this weekend. We did our walkthrough on the 18th. The first walkthrough, and then on November 30th, which is a week from tomorrow, because tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, we do our second walkthrough and our close. And if everything is finished, there are a few things, like there was a little bit of grout on some of the tiles and a couple of spots. There was a spider in the bathtub. I told him to take care of that. Little teeny one. It was actually kind of cute. Anyway, I was teasing the guy when we walked through. I said, I don't want anybody moving in here before me, so get rid of that spider. So anyway, just a few last minute things, and then they do a big power wash to clean all the sidewalks and everything, and get the whole inside mopped and cleaned and everything. So anyway, the weekend of the 30th, which that's not a weekend, that's a Wednesday. Then the 1st and the 2nd, we're going to be moving a lot of our personal stuff. And then we have movers come in the next week because we have to get our, internet set up and all of that stuff. And it's a little bit more complicated when it's a new build opposed to just moving into a house where you can just transfer everything. So we have to prove that it's ours. We have to prove that it isn't a real address and all of that stuff. So it's a little bit different, but it's not hard or anything. But yesterday we had ordered shades for all the windows, really cool ones without any strings, because I hate strings on my blinds. I've always hated that, and we found some really neat ones, Levelor or something like that. Anyway, we ordered them all. We measured all the windows, double measured, ordered them all online, and they were supposed to be delivered yesterday to this house. So when we close, we can go over and have shades in our windows until I decide what curtains I want, of course, and then we'll add those as well. Well, only 2 came in. I'm like, we ordered like 20 of them. We have a lot of windows. And plus we have windows in the garage where we have some pull shades we want to put in there. So my husband gets a hold of the company. They're like, yeah, those are all on back order. They won't be ready till January. I'm like, I can't live in a house without shades, okay? And so we went looking around last night trying to find, some. And I'm like, I don't like any of these, And so I guess they're going to let us keep the 2 and then give us back the rest of the money on the other ones. And then he ordered from another company who could tell us that they had them in stock and could get them to us in time for us to put them up in our new house. Because, part of the reason is we're going to be living in a cul-de-sac. All the properties are 1-acre lots, and it's kind of a cul-de-sac. I guess that's the word they use. It's a circle. But But anyway, some of the houses are still being bricked and built and stuff like that. And you know, and I understand all of that because it is new build and everything. But I don't want to worry about people accidentally seeing me, you know, unprepared. So I do need to have my shades, okay? So the two that came in, which is really cool, is the one for the big bedroom window and my yarn studio room. So those two shades will be up. Is that not the funniest thing? Okay. That's the saga for me for the week. I have to tell you, when it comes to me, it's never a dull moment. There's always something happening and going on because I guess I'm just like that. All right. Let's talk about this calendar that I got. And I'm going to go over to this other camera just to get us a little more serious. Okay, so I saw that Pam of Adoring Crochet, which I do like her videos. You should go over and watch her videos. I also love her accent. I love to listen to her talk. Okay, so she's talking about this calendar. This is a Herrschners Treasury of Crochet Afghans. Each month has an Afghan on it that you can make. Isn't that pretty? So show you a few more of these. Just super neat ideas. Oh, that's my favorite, of course. Okay, so then they also sent a instruction booklet, and it has all the patterns for all the Afghans. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? For each month, all the patterns, and I thought that is really cool. And then they also sent this. This is the 2023 pocket calendar. Now, last year I was looking for a 2022 calendar, and I could not find one that actually had patterns to go with it. I like the Annie's one, but I don't want a digital one. I'm super old school when it comes to calendars. I do all my journaling every morning, plans for the week, and that pen and paper, okay? That's why I bought that Pioneer Woman one I showed you last week. Let me grab that real quick because I really like it. This is the 22-23 one. And I went ahead and bought it, and I just have it marked here for 2023. Actually, I'm going to start using it on the 1st. You can see I've already got doctor's appointments and visits in there. Okay, it was $2 at Walmart. It is by Pioneer Woman. I love her stuff, but I really like the layout of this because it has the dailies where you can write. I don't know if you can even see that. All right, it looked like it cut out there for a second. There we go. For some reason, my internet cut out for a second. Are y'all back now? Okay, let's go back just a little bit in case you missed some of it. This is the Pioneer Woman calendar that I bought. I bought it at Walmart for $2 because it's 22 and 23. And I'm just going to use the 23, and I love it. It also has lots of fun, has an address book in the back, and it has lots of fun stickers. And so I like that. Errands to do, stuff like that. All right, and then I can use that for my journaling and stuff. This one I can keep in my purse and put everything in there. And then if I want to make an Afghan of the month, I've got the patterns and the calendar. Now, this calendar is difficult to get. What they did, the name of the this is through Herrschners, okay? But it's not on their website, okay? If you want to get it, you need to go to Herrschners and go to their main website page and scroll all the way down where it says Contact Us. Click that and tell them you want to purchase the calendar. I want to say it was $18.50, and that's the calendar, the crochet Afghan book, and you get this little one also. But for some reason it's not on their website, And when you contact Herrschners, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Just contact them, tell them you want to order the Crochet Treasury Afghan calendar. Okay? And then they'll email you back the phone number. And then you call that phone number, and it's the company is called Craftways. And you can look them up as well. They have a website at craftways.com, and you can get it through them as well. But this is just something that Herrschners did through them. All right? And I love it. I think it's amazing. And I think that doing an Afghan a month is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. You may not want to do every single one of them. But they're very unique Afghans, and it's a really nice to have that calendar. All right? I want to just make sure that you all can hear me. Would someone let me know? Okay, Kim says I'm here. I had, for some reason, my internet cut out for a second, and I just about went into panic mode because that would just be par for the course for today, because Tuesday's been weird today. All righty. Let's talk about what happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs. So we have several, oh, I forgot. I'll talk about that in just a second. All right, we did 3 different things. We did this silly turkey lurky pattern. I love this pillow. I love that I made his eyes a little bit bulgy. And you can do that just by pooching it up when you sew it on. And I kept calling this thing a gobble, but someone let me know it's called a waddle. I didn't know. We always called him gobbles. But I guess gobble's the sound he makes. I was going to call it gobble till you wobble pillow, but that was just too long, and Ravelry wouldn't let me. So, he's turkey lurky. Isn't he cute? It's just a really fun, simple pattern. And it's always fun to have something like this at your house, especially if you're going to have people over that, for Thanksgiving, who you may not be real well acquainted with. And it's fun to just say, we're going to pass around our turkey lurky and say what we're thankful for. And people won't be able to look at this without just giggling, because it is just about the funniest looking little turkey I've ever seen. When I was making it, it caught me off guard, his little feet. Are these not the funniest little feet you've ever seen? I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. And again, all of my patterns, you can find the links underneath this video. It'll take you right to the video link. And if you want to see the written pattern with pictures, underneath each video in that description box is the link to where the pattern is written out. Okay? All right, so that's turkey lurky. Then on Friday Fun Day, we did these fun ribbon baskets. And I love this pattern because it's just a basic pattern that I used with some chunky number 5 yarn, added a ribbon, and some leaves. You can use your basic cereal bowl and slip it inside. And if your bowl is taller, you can just do some more rows and make it taller. And it makes a nice candy dish. It makes a nice, even just putting some dip in there, like chip dip or guacamole. I love guacamole and hummus both. Can go in there. They can dip their chips. If this gets dirty, toss it in the wash. The other thing that you can do with these, I'm going to show you this other one that I made with the brown ribbon and the leaves. It has candy in it, and what I have inside there is... Candy went on the floor. See, I'm having a Tuesday. It's just your basic coffee filter. You can use your bowl, put your coffee filter inside, and if you put candy in there that's not wrapped... Mine happens to be wrapped because this is my Werther's original sugar-free candy. But if you put candy in there that's not wrapped, or maybe nuts and the shells they're not in shells, or maybe the shells are crumbly, it'll protect your bowl from getting yicky. Okay? So that's something that I do a lot of times with this size of a bowl. This also works great if you like to have soup and you want to have something around the bowl so your hands don't get burnt or too hot. One thing I will tell you, though, is do not put acrylic in your microwave, okay? You can have them set up ready to go. Use your hot pads, get your hot soup out of the microwave, and slide it right in your bowl, okay? So it has lots of fun uses. Someone else said they're going to make it and keep their earrings in it on their dresser. They're going to put the coffee filter in there so it doesn't come out. And when they take their earrings off at night, they're going to put them in here. Another person told me they're going to use it for their makeup. What a great idea. Throw your lipstick tubes in there. You know, so there's lots of fun uses for those. Okay, I was just reading, she said it's a great way to pass the turkey around, say what you're thankful for. This is true. I think that it's a great way to break the ice, because when you have people over, because we especially when we were in the military and the Air Force for a lot of years, we would just invite people over that didn't have family around and get together because we had a lot in common, all being in the military. And then you could start talking and find something silly, some common ground, and get to know people better. Okay, now the third thing I want to show you is what we did yesterday. And this is our Scrap Happy pattern for November. And what I did is I just got in my cotton yarns, 100% cotton, and I made a striped table runner. Isn't that cute? And we added this fun little trim on the ends. And it works really neat because once you've made your table runner as long as you want, you go across and do the bottom with this fun little loopy trim, and then you single crochet up the side to the other end and do the other end with your loopy trim, and then you go back up the other side to the other end. And you're changing colors often if you stripe it, but you don't have to. I called this the Give Thanks Table Runner because I'm going to have it on my table. But you can do this in any colors that you want, and you don't really even have to do it in cotton. I just wanted to do it in cotton. Any medium weight for number 4 yarn will work. Ombre, striping yarns will work. Okay? And it's a real simple 3 row repeat. You do a row of single crochet, you do a row with our cross stitches, and then you do a row of single crochet, and then you change colors. Single crochet, cross stitch, single crochet. And you can make it as long as you want. And I really love the effect of it. Now I did a row of cream. That's upside down. Let's do it this way. I did a row of cream because I started down here. Then I did this rusty color. Then I did this dark chocolate brown. And then I did a variegated. And so it gives it a little bit of pop of changing color as it goes up. It's not just the same. But it also looks really nice. And I will tell you, I will confess, I have not blocked this yet. I told you that in the video as well. I'm going to block it today because I have to do a couple loads of laundry. And what I do when I block an item that's just a little bit bigger than, say, a coaster or something like that, I'll lay a towel across my top of my dryer, and I'll pin it to that towel. And then I'll spritz it with just water, nothing else, just water. I'll shape it so that like the sides are nice and even. Places where it's puckering in, I'll pull it out. Places where it's out too far, I'll push it in. Spritz those areas especially. Lay it across the top of my dryer and just do my laundry. And make sure the top of your dryer is clean though, because one time I had spilt something because I have cabinets atop. It was actually my old house in Colorado. I had spilt something. I can't remember what it was. Might have been soda, where a can dropped or something. But I had to redo it. I had to wash it and then redo it because I make sure your top of your dryer is clean. Anyway, I lay it across there and just let it dry as I'm doing my laundry because the heat comes up through, the top of the dryer. Anyway, this is our Give Thanks Table Runner, and it's super easy. And this trim is just, chains, and then we double crochet and slip stitch and then chain back up. And it's super simple. And it just gives it just a fun little look. Although I was told by one of my grandkids it looks like drumsticks, so maybe it's turkey drumsticks. So anyway, that's what we did this week. Oh my goodness, what a day. Tammy says, do I have trouble seeing and crocheting with dark colors? I really don't, but where I have trouble is trying to film it. What I do, if I'm going to do something that's dark, like a navy blue or a black or a dark brown, I will put a sheet of typing paper on my lap so that I can set it down and see the white coming through. I would do that sometimes, but I have a lamp that sits right next to my chair where I work when I'm in the living room. I have a lamp. It has like these 3 different sconces, and I can move them around if I need to. But I don't really have trouble seeing them when I'm just working with it. Where it's difficult is when I'm filming online. I'm working on a white surface. I have plenty of lights, you know, because I have several that come down and stuff. But for some reason, dark colors just don't film well. It's just hard to see. Now, if you're doing a light color into a dark, that's pretty good. Or you're doing a dark color into a light, like you're changing colors. That works pretty good. Let me get my scratchy throat real quick. One thing that I have seen, I have used some of the lighted or lit crochet hooks, but they're too bright in my opinion. I've used them when we go on trips and we're on a plane. I kind of annoyed someone one time because we were on a plane flying in the evening, and of course all the lights were out on the plane. And I pull out my lit crochet hook and the light is super bright, and the guy behind me is like, "What do you got up there, a headlamp?" I'm like, "Sorry." So I didn't crochet. So I didn't want to bother other people, you know. But I have used them in the car. But to me, they're just a smidge too light or too bright. The other thing you can do is I have also seen people use those headlamps. That's why I was talking about that. They're just like a little tiny light, and you wrap it around your head, or you can put it around your neck, and it has just a little bit of a light. But I don't like those either. To me, they're a little bit distracting with too much light. So the thing that works best for me is just to put a piece of white typing paper down. I've got the hiccups in case you can't tell. I'm trying to hide it. But when I work on my white surface, because my table is a white surface that I work on in here, or if I'm in my chair or another place, sometimes I'm sitting in my bedroom and I have this tray that I use, and I'll put a white piece of paper down on there if I'm working there. And the white will help you see between the stitches. But I personally don't have trouble with it. I just have trouble filming it, you know. So, see, I have the hiccups. Sorry. I'm going to have to let you go. All right, we're just going to chalk this up to having a crazy, silly Tuesday because things just keep happening. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Kim says she has one of those lights. I would like to know your opinion on that. I've been thinking about getting one and just trying it out just to see, you know, and I might do that. The other thing I did want to mention, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups, but I still need to talk. I am doing a this and that video that I pre-recorded tomorrow for Wednesday. I got the hiccups. I can't stop laughing. Okay, we are doing that tomorrow that is pre-recorded. And then I am also doing a video on Friday for Friday Fun Day, a fun little ornament that is yarn related but not crochet, okay? So there will be 2 more videos this week. And then hopefully next week we'll be into a lot of our Christmas stuff. I'm sorry. Okay, let me try to get some composure here, okay? This has been a day, I'm telling you. Max ran out of the fence. I spilt my coffee. I hit my elbow. We lose internet for a couple of seconds. Now I have the hiccups. Oh my goodness. I am so thankful for all of you. I really am. I'm looking through all these comments and I see so many names I recognize, and it's so great that you all follow me with all my silliness. And then I'm seeing lots of new names also, and that means the world to me. It really, really does. The last thing I want to say before I go and hiccup out of here is there will not be a giveaway in December. And that's just because of everything being so Tuesday-ish. Is that a new word? When I'm saying I'm having a crazy day, it's going to be Tuesday-ish. We're going to be packing everything up, and then, you know, what's so funny is we're moving like 4.5, 5 miles away. It's not even very far. but we have a lot of stuff to do. And like I said, I'm using trash bags to pack up all my yarn. Then I'm not wasting any, because once we put the yarn away, I can use those trash bags in the kitchen. And I'm not buying any paper for all of my glass stuff. I'm going to wrap it in my towels. I've got a lot of dish towels and I'm going to be buying new towels. I mean, I'm being new home. I need new towels, right? Yeah. So I'm going to be using a lot of that. And we're going to take about a week to a week and a half to just get everything over there before we're actually going to, the 5th is the day that we're actually going to spend the 4th. Actually, is the first day we're going to spend the night there. Because we have them coming over on the 5th to set up the internet and everything. So, videos, I'm trying to get some things done ahead of time so I can schedule them for you. But it's going to be a little bit iffy the next couple weeks. Just so you know, and can kind of bear with us, for the next couple of weeks. I am planning a pre-walkthrough video to show you all the inside of the house before we get it set up. And then I'll do an after one also. So that would be kind of fun. And I'll probably just do it with my iPad. I might even do it live. I haven't decided yet. It depends on when we get the internet hooked up over there and everything, okay? So, again, thank you all for bearing with me today in every video. Thank you for being my friends. I feel like I have such a wonderful crochet community. I really, really do. Can you hear Max snoring? Oh, he's going like an old man. My poor little chihuahua. He's all worn out. Okay, so have a wonderful, happy, family and friend-filled Thanksgiving. And if you're not in America or you don't celebrate our American Thanksgiving, still have a wonderful week and try to find something to be thankful for, because even in rough times, I think there's always something we can be thankful for. Even if it's just thankful for our crochet community, because I know I am. All right, guys, I'll be seeing you. And like I say, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye now.